Abusua ha aye konkonku TV so ye mamu nyina kwa ba mmɔhyehyɛ bio. Nana JUANTUA Nhyira FM na sabre ene waka no ho bia de nsɛm utudwa abakɔsɛm MAHAMA eba ye ne bra na edikan agana for de tumi hye ne nsa ne mprenu so wasan so abai. Nneɛma bi ɔde to nsanie ne kariye ene onu ankasa tase ne sebese panu kunna ba banyansafo mu hunu sɛ sei ene beboa sei ene mwadu omutie du omanfa anya adwuma kuti a womo ankasa omo gyegyirije omo ankasa huye na ebre mu nso NPP amanuku ne NDC eno so wasanso ayemfanto ho bi abonkaye na abanya wati so yeye MAHAMA ne mprenu osuei eno nso so wasanso asinsem bi so ewo mu ebehia se party ma ebetie na omudi ato omukotudwuma busia. Aha aye konkonku TV so nsɛm no de eto dwa ebefa ne de abronti bo na se obehwe obesubscribe wa share na ofoforo nso anya bi ahwe afa die yenkɔbo ani akɔhoma na yentoa
de yetia ne se nkofo bi adiska sika no nso mu di wi a eno anse ye ka wi a yenyo mu hwe ne ye gya wo mu na wo mu kɔ afi bia Auditor General report ba now hwe sika nkoa ye sɛn no sika Ghana fo empanyufo edie odwene ho ahun sɛ enyoma enkoyi every year enti eno ane ne abre ena o kyerɛ sɛ saade ne wo si twam sɛ ye hwe na obi di sika ne ahwe na wewi na okɔ na yenye ne hwe ha dwen nti saade ne wo si twam na oni attorney general ne mpanyufo bi ba betena ase sɛ saade ne omo ba na obi aba be di sika ne ewi no ye kyewa eno ano no yentwe maw yera John Dramani Mahama ena eka wo ose si ye kyewa enti ose it is pathetic that every year we sit at the Public Accounts Committee hearing stories of reckless misuse of public funds. There should be a fast-track process to send such offenders to Nsawam. President John Dramani Mahama ena okasa assembly into ose e wase wona yebefrum aba no medisika omudisika na eno ana no hwie nsibiem no saade no ye na bufu ye ne tan enti e wase yejai enti wo ye panyin na udisika ne nya kyewa yebe miaw yebe mafiaw yedo be konsewem fast if we say de bia fi bia no enkrofo a omudi sika de bre ehano asen nkofo di sika dodo omudi sika Jeff mashe bibi e wo social media no so komi page no so na ekotwe saade we e mine obi ba no adiska no kɔ yenye ne hwe ose saade no e wo si ejai panyin a wo de tumi ama no no adiska no a mismanage no na wo wie no obeka wi a na eno ano no de bia na e de ahye politicians na krono a ekoso ewo ministries ni abaimu adwumakuo mu krono a ekoso ewo MMDCs foni mu saade bia na e de ahye amanyofo nanso obi a wonim public finance ni kire wo se akratefo na omunye politicians no upe umo muwia online ne pa omuka ho yente President John Dramani Mahama na fi wi ade ye pese ye kan ho asem
so I have a meeting on Thursday with the Chief Justice. Recently, I've been watching the Public Accounts Committee, and it's so pathetic. Why must we every year congregate at the Public Accounts Committee, and then you hear all kinds of atrocious, things. I mean, recklessness with public funds and resources. And so I have a meeting on Thursday with the Chief Justice, the Attorney General, and others to find a final solution to this Auditor General's report. That persons who are found guilty of infractions or do not follow due procedure or lead to loss of public resources, we must have a fast-track process to Sawam. Fast track before you see you in Sawam, 6 months. Until we do that, until there's a deterrent, we're going to come every year and they say total misappropriation and infractions of found out by the Auditor General is about 15 billion cedis. I mean, if we save 15 billion cedis, can you imagine what it could do? And so we're going to have a meeting, we're going to brainstorm. We've not fully implemented the constitutional provision. There's a part of the provision that says after the Public Accounts Committee has sat on the Auditor General's report, Parliament must set up a committee. What we don't know is whether it should be a parliamentary committee or it's a committee not necessarily made of parliamentarians to implement the findings of the Auditor General. Right now, what we use is the audits, the ARICs. Every department is supposed to set up an ARIC. But once they've come from the Public Accounts Committee, virtually nobody follows up on what's the recommendations that were given. And so the audit reports implementation committees are not working. And so we must find a way where we are able to create a deterrent until people know that you can be held responsible for these things that you do. They'll continue to do the same thing. And so after Thursday, I'm sure we'll come up with some way where persons who are culpable of misusing the resources of the people will be held to account so that others, do not follow suit.
President John Dramani Mahama ena washia Ghana mpanyifu a omohwe aban enyuma kuo bebree so ena odi to dwa se afibia na ya frankrofo se mombra na mometrete sika no eye den efa hen moye ne den ade na sika we mantua ade na sika we mutua ye ade na sika we yehu ade ntina muntumi account for every year ye ba ne aba betie bi ye bewie no hwi ensi no moko o se eduru mra e wo se ye hye mra ne kete ntu wie ne wadi sika na straight 6 months na wodansa wam se ya anya bibia ebetimi asheki nkrofo ma unsa wudi online ni sika bibi betimi atoa a waste of time say de bia beba ne ababa betietie de kekeke a waste of time okay manage pa me who say at the right time me who ensisaye bi ewo President John Dramani Mahama mu na eyemede sebi yese sebi okwasea na ensisa na adwene obi a opese oye de opena na ensisa na adwene but say Yewra John Mahama koni say ya dia eni ebehu nsisaye bi wo Ghana if you say baby awadru ne ne legacy period 4 years pen or wo it is John Mahama president ntimi anya bibia biema Ghana ye wie right now President John Mahama o task ne so se wantimi ama Ghana nsesa a resetia bibia ni ho a obia beka ye begie adi biem if we say the last hope no crepai women say the last hope was Nanado Danko Kufuado. Sabrena wo ba ya wo be say o mine no. Meka president o part 1 no. O mine de wo be ye no no. Ene abufu a na ehye nkrofo mu no. Ye manko dani Nebukadnezar kwawi enwura kakra. Ewo efuo mu ho no. Upie ba ye no. Ensesaye bi aba. If we say na baby oman na dru no. Say utie history na dodam kwakufa do na ne yesusu say obema oman no adane kra akọ baby pa. Ena amfa. Ena se Ghana for se wasa 20 bra. Oba ye wu ye nyoma bia ekoyie. Sorry, ekoyie. Ira jo mahama. Papa ena wona me address you. Sa 4 years yi se Ghana anye ya enye bi biem. Se wentimi ama Ghana nsesa Ghana ensesa biem. Se ye Haruno, Julius Bawumia o Educhumo wa entimi. If you say we wentimi anya obi ani wa already no Ghana for nji amanyofo ni. Ghana for nye amanyofo ni. Ghana for ye de ani hwe amanyofo ba ko mienu miensa. They say Ghana ni na ni tete ho. Ena minim enkomo bi a wankase wakoma mu wadi. Sa nkomo no de minim ba menka nkyere obi a. Ba de minim ne se unim se wo faili a wanhwe ya e de asamfoforo bi na beba. Papa me se ka bi minim ade bi a ewo wutirima minim enkomo bi a wadi ewo wakoma mu a minim sa nkomo no na enkomo a wogitum se wo wantimi anya e de asamfoforo bi beba sa asamfoforo no wanhwe ya enkofo ani beji de esi wo Burkina ne Mali ni nasefo no so unim asema me kai me kasa tena wakoma mu era President John Mahama me say kabim for the third time President minim ade bi a wodwene mu ne wakomam na wankasa I come into a conclusion say wantimi amboa Ghana fo a wanhwe ya Ghana fo no ebedwene de ABC wo Burkina Faso ni Mali no na eduru ho na wanhwe ya momom panyifo no enkofo bechimo eni mpanyifo na amasa oman no ahwemo saade no odwene ho enti wa wonim se ewo so ye bibi me say Canada last time 4th time yera jo mahama enkomo bia na no wodi ye no minim ewo wakomam we wan kan kire obi a o ewo wakomam minim na aka kire ho se wo faili a wan hwe ya Ghana for nye amanyosem eye democracy endi biem na wan hwe beduru ba bi no na Ghana for kondo de enye democracy enti wonim se ewo se wo ye bibi ma Ghana for hu se ena won se emaburu so doso enti maburu no so omuni abotre na emaburu no so because na no kan ye say wo de Ghana for bi si ho a ebi pre soja amamuo na no kan enkomo ne wadi wo wakomam na yi bi pieye minim sa nkomo no ya so me ho daye wo sa nkomo nim enti yera dwomama unim de me kan enti na me address wo papa ewo wakomam unim se wanya asembesi enti ye na asembi ansi men kan bebre because so ti ase ema de obeka ye no e ani gsm if we say on May every year report better say every year Ghana lose $3 billion because of corruption every year enyam na meka you opa check it check it every year Ghana loses $3 billion through say credit be aba beka ho every year and we the report every year Ghana krono a ye boy ho no Ghana sika ye create $3 billion every year but ye ko IMF eko pesika fia ni ye senkrofo adwuma na say every year na some na kai wo part 1 so na e ka ho Chrono nya nkwa what time as a president part 1 na nkofo we are the same thing. Nothing happened. A qua Fourth Republic, we sa ye na nya amanyofo no nko a mo ne edesemo na mo mutina say na technocrats akrachefo no awie sika no eto de bia ne ye de ahyemo emre bi muntaka ba ye obeye minister anche ne ma ne sign check bi ye hwe ne pampers nyina wo me ye no muntaka pampers ma yen ka ba kosem Ubekone ni atre wa krachefo no na wa mu ani ana ho a akrachefo ni na wie sika no ni e de ahyem because mo ya amanyofo akrachefo technocrats engineers no mu wo assembly no omo na wie oman no ba ye de hyem because amanyoni uba wonim de ekoso enti accountant ne support enti e ma wo bi no mu so wie bi ade aye 5 cities Abaya Jumani betimi the amount 50 cities. Near the procurement, I and the basa. Munim one muhia. I can't afford in a real, and ya man your phony baby. Amanyanini do no baby of a family yoma. But who promo muhia sika, a bicycle pa, a technocrats, a can't afford no. Yenim and Tiniaka. Sa directors, nini CEOs, nini why no. Because engineer, omuna eto asase no. Omuna nyoma ni bo akra we chief unya we ni awie e wase ho. Wani beba so no ni aye ofomfram. Ya disika no. Every year Ghana loses, please get it for me. $3 billion. Do you understand it? Every year, I just say, what am I mention say every year MAHAMA so. Ne time part 1. Part 1. Kufo de kraminya maso ba me bon no ane de so part 1 yera MAHAMA 2012 Ghana elusu 3 billion enti mo ade mami yera MAHAMA ebe spend 4 years e wa ba mu part 1 enti say based on the findings say every year Ghana elusu 3 billion e just say yera MAHAMA nko ano Ghana elusu ye what 3 4 is $12 billion. But when you calculate mami, muntiu, and yamna meka you a shraj report by Mungu mami sisi anam fantos no being Casabia mabumi trim na maker. On an average, 3 billion, IMF sika 3 billion, ye lususa. It's here MAHAMA part 1. Ghana, say every year near lusu 3 billion, o calculate for a 12 billion. Fatua mami. Yembra yebra na na kufuado so from 2017 to 2024 8 years and also more add 3 plus 3 times 8 say 24 into 24 billion yebra kufuado nkwa time no say we calculate sika Ghana ye hwere through corruption and that honor. Thank you very much. I said Ghana loses 3 billion to corruption a year. And yamina meka you, asemi wana meka, me metra hambo misre mun kabibida. Now betra sasika we ne ye akrache fono, and yamanyofo, ye akrache fono, and a bomb modi, and ye ria sasikano. Ghana loses $3 billion to corruption a year. And you calculating an equal for 8 years and also become 1 year.
36. 36 billion.
36.
MAHAMA 4, Ekufuado 8.
Ekufuado 8.
And you know, there's a Okabumo at 12. That's when you're 36.
36.
Yeah.
And from MAHAMA part 1 to Ekufuado 8 years. Ghana, based on this one, you lose say
36 billion.
36 billion US dollars. But your fashion trim. 36 billion US dollars on my way. Say imagine sasika way any day boy ya ho bra anka wo kwan ne yenye twa ye betra ha ne ka asem ne ani abra wonti ase 36 billion and from MAHAMA part 1 ebe pema Kufuado time and na ye nwie sasika yi and ye de ye on man adwuma anka ye beko IMF anka o kwan na de bia wo se aban be ye kwan ye se ni sika anka ye beko akobo besia and a dahono. Oh, nice. And then that one. Almost had the abetum. 21st March 2025. We are current to. I said Ghana loses approximately $3 billion each year to corruption, depriving the nation a critical resources needed for development, according to President of Ghana Anti-Corruption Coalition, Beauty Nati. Also speaking at the launch of the Strengthening the Rule of Law and Fight Against Corruption, and Mrs. Nati lamented that his staggering loss of is double the country's annual foreign direct investment. Meaning, say, Sika every year, ye different amanone ebe support on me. Sika ye wea also change the debe boye on mine no. Any when they are current to 2025, no one can say Nana JUANTUA boni trim no kai. Na maminsan kai rajo MAHAMA 2015, no president. Ni DVL boss, ni a friend of Justice Amegashi. Ni DVL boss, 2015, na yera John Dramani Mahama, on na president. Or appointed Papa B, no ye DVL boss, ni a friend of Justice Amegashi. Na contractor or the Bema DVL no, na ye $3.6 million. Contract na 3.6 no. Ye na contract na huri code 9.6. Papa ne call Public Accounts Committee near Busan says he can't wear ya. Or say to err is human. Onipa na ye bone. Momfa me bone ncheme. Ye de bone ne cheno. Ye radio MAHAMA anyehwe. Papa ntina me kan wa hade e university. Enti wo kan wa asema ye be refer kasa ye mframa e ye pa sa wo kasa se wo de enioma bi ba besisi akwam se de be obi an wieska wo wieska so abedansa wam me the story na ebra usisi e bra Facebook na be check bi bra Facebook ah Jesus Christ and da ho no Branchi, my wife you can make Ghana will treat you, mommy. But your bra Facebook never can be mommy. We year 2015 under John Dramani Mahama Part 1. And then who said the near break our Casasanyo mano a check into Uya was here chutuno. Former DVL boss, the Okai in to air is human. Former DVL boss begs after $3.6 million contract jumps to $9.9 million. When John Dramani Mahama Part 1. Mamin Kaimbi. Or say a former what's happening? All right. A former chief executive of the DVL, Justice Magashi, is begging Ghanaians for forgiveness. After failing to explain a mysterious jump in contract sum from $3.6 million to $9.9 million. Actually,
Nana, openia no that DVL no. Sabre no 2015. And open Ghana for Chelsea and Fanchano. Now, contract here, Nanka say $3.6 million. We are seeing no nice, we use $9.9 million. And was it Yem Fanchano Sanse, Nipa Ebony.
Mr. Amegashi admitted he signed you at that time, the MAHAMA Breso Part 1. He signed a $3.6 million contract and does not know how the figure so dramatically changed to $9.9 million.
Nana, Papa no, Amegashi, HSA, or no crata ordinance, I share, as you know, Nessica was here $3.6 million. It will quite fast what, Sicano, and Danny and Nico $9.9 million. You know, dear, and I just who a prophet. I'm always above will be the best son of one.
Your general manager, Papa in part of her Papa no net the honor.
And as the same way,
imagine say Regime Agla. Assign one crata was sign say Sikawa de Bema morning show for 10,000. I feel a trade your coyer auditor.
Yeah.
A co 50,000. 10,000 soon or sign.
Yeah.
And a co 50,000. And ye chia a we.
Yeah.
Ye busan say, nay, then a quarter to see minimum fanchame.
Timon Fanchamisa, Nana, in excess of about $6 million. And yes, Kagetwa.
Parliament Select Committee on Transport demanded an explanation. Was it to air is human? Monfanchemi. Way under John Drum, Mrs. Papa Wadasunam.
Yeah.
The BIA come once. I remember 2016. One of the reasons are because I am 20 John MAHAMA 2016. I am not confronted. Not the other Mikasa because of history. Yeah. Wait, a muba kunti, Adiabakwa, you will be campaigning John MAHAMA part 1 ibini. The entire campaign John Dramani Mahama at that time.